given to us, and as the efforts have been made, so far we have had very good responses from the speakers, from the districts, and quite a few successful initiatives have also been replicated through discussions in this meeting where other district magistrates and the senior officers have found them of much utility to their districts. So we continue with this good exercise and I welcome you all. Today in this edition, we'll be presenting you two projects under the theme of Innovation General District. So as you know, we have innovation awards in three categories at the state level, at the national level and the district level. So today we'll be discussing two projects at the district level. These two initiatives had reached the expert committee stage. So basically they were out of 4 shortlisted projects at the very last stage of the assessment, and which shows that they have very high potential. They had very successfully been assessed by the successive stages of the assessment process. So let me introduce the projects and the speakers briefly. The first project is Plastic Checkpost. This is from Mandapam Wildlife Range, Ramanathapuram, Tamil Nadu. And the second project is Augmenting Livelihood, Changing Lives, Malkangiri, Odisha. For the first project, we today have Shri Simranjit Singh, who is the collector of Ramanathapuram. He is a 2016 batch IAS officer of Tamil Nadu cadre. Simranjit Singh ji is a BTech in Engineering Physics from IIT Delhi, and which incidentally is also my alma mater. I am also from IIT Delhi. And he has been Sub-Collector Tuticorin, Deputy Commissioner of Greater Chennai Corporation, Commissioner Madurai Corporation, and Joint Mission Director SBM2. So Simranjit Singh will be speaking first. We also have with us Shri Lingaraj Pandaji. I am told that the collector of Malkangiri district, where the second project was implemented, is in Honorable Chief Minister's meeting today. And the officer who conceptualized this initiative, he is currently posted in Delhi, and he was SDM and the sub-collector of Malkangiri when this project was conceptualized. So Shri Lingaraj Pandaji, who is an IAS officer of 2015 batch Odisha cadre, he will be making this presentation. Mr. Panda has also had a very successful career so far, and he has been posted in various positions, including Sub-Collector SDM Malkangiri, as already said, EO of Malkangiri Municipality, RTO Malkangiri, Project Director DRDA Malkangiri. So he has a lot of experience in Malkangiri in particular, and Additional District Magistrate Sambalpur. He was State Project Director Bhubaneswar, Collector and District Magistrate of Gajapati, and quite a few other positions, including Director and Joint Secretary in Bhubaneswar. So without further much ado, I'll request Shri Simranjit Singh to first start his presentation, please.
And all the from Department of Administrative Reform.
Do we have Simranjit Singh ji here?
Yes, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah. So now the presentation is visible. Kindly start.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everybody. I would like to thank Department of Administrative Reform, National Center for Good Governance for giving me this opportunity. I have applied for Gulf of Mannar project along with me. So he is also a co-coordinator of the project, and
excuse me. I think two speakers are on somewhere. Mr. A.R. Redekar, everyone else is requested to kindly mute their mics, please. The voice is clashing. Everyone else, A.R. Redekar ji, kindly mute your mics. Everyone else is requested to mute their mics, please. Please begin.
Good morning, sir. Am I audible now? Is that clear?
You are audible, but the voice is not very clear. So, are there two audio systems open at your end?
No, sir, it's only one, sir. I will shift my laptop. Just take 1 minute.
So let's do one thing. Simranji, I'll request you wait for another 10-15 minutes. Let us try and start with the other project first, and you can come in second. Maybe the issue and the voice issue is resolved by then. So I'll request
Yes,
Lingaraj Pandaji, if he is here, he can start the presentation first.
Sir, am I audible? Hello? Yes, sir, am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible, but the volume, if you can speak slightly loudly.
Sir, is it better now, sir? Actually, sir, I'm traveling. I'm on tour in Maharashtra, sir. I have to go to Bhopal today evening, sir. Thank you, sir, for giving me the opportunity. Am I audible well? Can I continue?
Yeah, sure. Please continue.
Sir, as you have, sir, mentioned in my CV, sir, I spent 2.5 years in Malkangiri at various positions, sir. And after joining in the Odisha cadre, it was my first posting. So I did two promotions also in the same place, sir. So can you shift to the next slide, please, Rajat? Sir, Malkangiri district is a story that needs to be told to India in general. Sir, this particular place, sir, it's a 47-year history that I would like to tell you and why this deserves an award and why this deserves to be known, sir. Sir, this is at the tri-junction of Chhattisgarh, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, sir. It is part of the Red Corridor. It has had a very shameful history where one of the earlier collectors was kidnapped and the two adjoining districts were also the collectors are kidnapped from there. So normally the Maoists used to have a motion movement. They used to do one or the other extremist activity in one of the states and they will come and take refuge in the other state. Sir, the place that you are seeing right now, Swabhiman Anchal, at that point of time when I had joined, it was called cutoff area. It was cut off because 47 years back, the Balimela reservoir that was made there, it had completely physically cut off from Odisha villages of 151 villages that were there in that area. It was a massive area and it was completely outside any kind of control. It was safe haven for the Maoists. The other thing was that they had started extensive ganja cultivation in this area, which was also funding their activities. It was funding the arms trade. There were also a lot of trafficking of manpower of women and children from this area that was happening. Sir, this cutoff area was completely surrounded by BSF camps. That was that was the Central Armed Police Force that was put there. I'll give you another background to when I had joined, sir, at that point of time. Chitrakonda block, which is where this particular place is featured, it did not have any elections. It was made into a separate administrative block to accelerate development, but it did not have any tehsildar. It did not have any BDO. The BDO was sitting at least 75 kilometers away because if they were to go inside in that area or even near that area, they were threatened with dire consequences. Any attempt to make any roads or electricity was met with a lot of resistance. And sir, the more important part was the Guru Priya Setu, which changed the destiny of the place. And as I was tasked, we as a team were tasked that Guru Priya Setu has to be made. I was posted for that purpose from the state. So we had to figure out a lot of initiatives so that the people will come to our side and we will be able to finish that project. So this Setu project, the Gurupriya Setu, and after that the Setu project, which was all the livelihood initiatives made around it, was made so that this cutoff area, which is now the Swabhiman Anchal, which was renamed the Swabhiman Anchal, that one bridge could have been constructed. Next slide, please. Rajat, can we go to the next slide, please? Sir, the issues that you're seeing in front of you, sir, is a characteristic of a place where there is no access by any government machinery and services. So one of the most first thing that we had seen from our end when we came in here was that there were two areas where Japanese encephalitis was endemic, sir. One was in Gorakhpur area, which came in news at that point of time due to oxygen shortage. The other was this area. This area, thanks to the collector when I had joined, had been one of the major focus of the state, and we are able to take care of the Japanese encephalitis by making a lot of health facility. In doing that, we realized that most of the lower level officials of the panchayat, of the clerical cadre, and otherwise who come from the district cadre and come from the area itself, they themselves had relatives who were part of the extremist movement. They were themselves tribals, and many of them had married or were related to those people. The first important thing was we went to Chitrakonda block and we asked all of them to contact their own relatives and come up with the idea that what would be the most important things that can actually accelerate the people's participation.
अगर वो कहीं भी मिले तो अच्छा 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 चलो कोई बात नहीं.
Someone's mic is on, please. The next thing that the most important issue that we found was that there was no other alternative source of employment. Sir, I'll give you a little bit more background of Malkangiri total district, sir. Malkangiri district after 1971, the Bangladesh Liberation War, lot of refugees from Bangladesh were actually settled in Malkangiri. So Malkangiri population has a huge mixture of Bengali population, and Bengali population from Bangladesh are very entrepreneurial, and they were a very good mixture of people who knew fisheries and who could also teach the tribals and how to go about. One of the most important resource that we saw was that we had a huge reservoir of around 800 square, 300 square kilometer reach. It is the third largest reservoir. It is also connected to hydel power project, supplies electricity to Andhra Pradesh and Odisha. And sir, that because of neglect in that area, the fish in the reservoir had completely come down due to many issues of lack of flora and fauna, extreme deforestation by the Maoists to do cultivation of ganja. So there was no other place that people could work there, and they were completely dependent upon the whims and fancies of the Maoists there. Sir, I would also mention that Malkangiri was the last district to declare itself as open defecation free in 2018, sir. I was the CDO, sir, the PDDRDA position that you have seen, sir, the chief development officer at that point of time. So, and that was because this area we could not declare until then. The genesis is that we decided that most of the people here can make a lot of living because the fish that is actually farmed here, it is sold to Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, and the economics of the place is so well that it makes a very good profit, gives a good income to the people there, and that brings them to our dependence, and that brings them to the fold of the administration wherein we could launch in a lot of other schemes, sir. Next slide, please. Rajat ji, please, next slide. Sir, as you can see, sir, we started this particular initiative with cage culture that you can see on the left hand side at the first, where number 1 is there. A huge amount of mobilization. We used to go there, camp, and we used to have our officials, very brave videos, collector who was supporting. Sir, the point I have to put, sir, collector and SP cannot travel in this area because it poses a very high risk. So it was actually initiated by a lot of our ground staff, and I used to extensively travel. So it was done. One of the reasons why I was part of the process was that, sir. And after the mobilization, we first put in our nursery, sir. Nursery was put in form of a cage culture. So we had a lot of traditional, the tribal community was part of fishing culture. The Bengali community was hand-holding them, and we gave them a lot of equipment. We upgraded their boats. We gave them safety equipment. We gave them training. So there's a annual boat race that happens in Malkangiri, sir. It is less famous than the ones that happen in Kerala, just like the backwaters. We made it into our district sport, which was the annual event that everybody had to participate, and it had a huge impact, sir. I mean, a lot of people, the collector would himself flag it off, and then we'll award the person who wins that particular race. The second process was, sir, after putting in the nursery, we started stocking, sir. Stocking had to be done after the fishery department did their research. There's a bathymetric survey done. There was a photosensitivity survey done, wherein what kind of fish in what kind of zone can be put in. And after putting that particular thing, sir, a lot of capacity building surveys, lot of connection to the wholesalers in Andhra Pradesh. So Vishakhapatnam is very near. That was a huge economic center for us, where we sold most of our fishes. So as this place did not have any roads, we had to use motorcycles with ice boxes that were provided under the livelihood scheme, sir. Multiple convergence of funds from CSR, from Fisheries Department, from Panchayati Raj Department, from the RD, from block, from every other scheme was done into this, sir. Sir, you can see, sir, in point forward linkage, we have a cold storage point that was actually put in. This all these 3 point steps was done, and this facilitated in helping that historic bridge that also opened up, which gave us a lot of access into that area. And today, sir, one of the reasons why Odisha has muted its naxalism problem, I think one of the projects that can be given is the Setu project is one of the reasons for the same, sir. Next slide, please. Rajat ji, next slide. Sir, here you can see that we made a point that the senior officials of the district will always be part of the primary fisher cooperative societies. All the boats, nets, jackets, the facilities that we gave them, that was actually a part of giving self-respect and confidence to the farmers, to the fishermen. Sir, when they are putting up these uniforms and standing up in formation, they feel that they're part of something bigger. So this is also one of the strategies that is used by the Maoists to instill confidence within their own system by the people. Next slide, please. So, sir, you can see, sir, the other aspect that happened was we had a lot of small village tanks and farms. So this was an all government approach, sir, and we used every possible device and scheme that was under us to do one thing, that was make as many fishery and as many things that are required. The small fingerlings one stock. The problem that came in was how to share between the farmers. So we said you start making own farms, own village tanks. This had dual purpose, sir. Both augmented the groundwater in this area. So the groundwater in this area also had a problem of iron contamination. So, sir, a lot of this pond projects that we had dug up at that point of time also had an impact on the ferric content in the groundwater, thereby helping the water schemes in this area also and reducing that problem also. And into looking at all of this also, we also understood that the problem with chikungunya, dengue, and Japanese encephalitis that was coming from the vector-borne diseases was because of mismanagement of all the water in this resource. One of the greatest learning of our team is that water has to be managed well, otherwise it gives all kinds of problems and reduces the developmental output and the GDP of that area. Next visit, please. Next slide, please. So, sir, this is the initiative that we talked about, wherein we had to put in, sir, the main important part was, even if we put in a cold storage, the biggest part was we have to plan a substation, then we have to plan an electricity line that goes through the bridge, that has to be guarded day and night by BSF, that has to be guarded by CCTV cameras, and then the cold storage happened. Initiation of this project meant that everything had to be done right from the beginning, and we are very thankful that our CM office and the Government of India supported us throughout also in this. Fishermen societies, as you can see, were tagged to BSF camps. Here I would like to highlight and thank that BSF intelligence network in this area was one of the greatest saviors, because any attempt by people to come to our side will be met with extreme violence in that area. people's hands were chopped off. Many of them were in Janta courts, they were killed. And to prevent all of that, we connected each and every of these places to camps and said that all of your children will be transported to our hostels wherein they will be taken. All the education will be taken. So we made a lot of network of hostels also. So today Malkangiri has 25,000 students in hostels studying. One of the main reason why the recruitment into the Maoist stopped was because these young children were now in the hostels. And sir, after we put in handsets, so this was after the area, the compulsory area scheme of, I'm exactly not remembering the name of the scheme. The compulsory grant that happens, the BSNL and Geo had to go and put in fibers. So we thank the government in India at that point of time to put in those particular the infrastructure needed to have mobile phone handsets. So we distributed 6,000 handsets to these people, especially so that they could have their contacts. And sir, even till today, many of them have my number and we get calls, sir. Next slide, please. So, sir, the economic impact, sir, this, so I was moved out after 2.5 years in that place. And so these are more recent figures. So biggest thing that we saw that the forced migration was completely stopped. And the family income that had gone up to at least double, the 10,000 rupees per month is coming up per capita, which is a huge income in that area. People started buying motorcycles. Sir, I remember opening an HDFC Bank outlet in the block office in Chitrakonda because HDFC could now see that Setu project and the related year, the people would be banking and it will be profitable. The nutritional status, there is no endemic problems of chikungunya, dengue in that area reported now, sir. Nutritional impact was huge, sir. We could make toilets in that areas, and the biggest impact was ganja cultivation was completely clamped upon. Most of the places that were making ganja, sir, I would like to also highlight that the Maoists actually use micro irrigation based, and they have monitoring with very sophisticated monitoring of ganja cultivation and any other drug cultivation in most of the green zones, sir. And we decided with the police that we will tag them. We use drones also, sir, at that point. It was very early in the day. Drones are now common. At that point in time, it was not. And most of the tanks that you see were done in the area where there were ganja cultivation. We said we are completely going to make it into a fishery tank and a water tank. Of course, sir, funds from Manrega were used for the same. Next slide, please, Rajat. So, sir, this is a picture of Bonda tribal women, sir. Bonda tribe is one of the oldest human historical tribes, sir. You will think that they come from Africa, but they are endemic to Malkangiri. This is in Kherput. This is a mountain range right next to the Balimela Reservoir, the Chitrakonda block. So, sir, the kind of humanity that we are dealing with here is unprecedented. These are PVTG tribes. There are 3 PVTG types. They are worth saving. Ethnographic surveys need to be done. Lot of other studies are needed, sir. And it is a part of our human history and Indian culture that we have to protect. And I think the Setu project and Government of Odisha and District Administration at that point of time. And sir, this is spanning at least 3 district magistrates and many more CDOs. And I would really thank that all of them are very close friends of mine. Ashish, who's present, collective, very close friends. Sir. We have been in touch. We have been a part of a team that has conceptualized and handheld and then taken this forward to this level. Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity. Thank you so much for giving Odisha and Malkangiri an opportunity. I am presently Deputy Secretary in the Department of School Education. I am on Central Deputation, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Lingrajit. That was an excellent presentation, and you can see the connect how the officers of DRPG have responded. Basically, this is a story which everyone should know, and how civil services officers can make an impact, and how the basic issues of connectivity, health, sanitation, livelihood, they can actually make a major impact, in well-being of the citizens and integration of the country. So thank you. Please stay in the web room, and we will come back to you for the question answer session. And right now we'll invite Simranjit Singh ji. I hope that the audio issue is resolved now. Simranjit, are you available?
morning, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah.
Am I audible, sir? Good morning, sir.
Yeah. You are loud and clear audible.
Yes, sir.
You can start the presentation, please.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you, National Center for Good Governance, for giving us this opportunity to present our case study today. I have with me the wildlife warden for Gulf of Mannar Biosphere Reserve. Is the screen visible, sir? So, first, is the screen visible, sir?
Yeah, it's visible. Please start.
Yes, sir. So for the background, sir, this area is the area we are talking about is Rameshwaram Island, and from Rameshwaram Island there is a strip of land which extends and towards Dhanushkodi. Archal Manai is the last point, and it is a part of Gulf of Mannar Biosphere Reserve. Rameshwaram, as we all know, is one of the Char Dham, and a lot of tourist inflow is there to this place. It's a very unique coastal region associated with the rich marine biodiversity. Till 2017, the road was not there on the Dhanushkodi Island. In 2017, with the coming up of road infrastructure, a lot of tourist inflow started. And along with it, a lot of plastic debris started coming. So this is the Gulf of Mannar. It has 21 group of islands, uninhabited islands are there. And it's a world network of biosphere reserve recognized by UNESCO. It's part of that. In 2022, it became Ramsar wetland site also. So yeah, it has very unique marine life. We can see that this is a sea cow, dugong we call it, and it is available only in the 4 sites in India. Only 200 population is there, and this is one of the sites for that. This is a glimpse of the biodiversity available at the site. And this is the different type of marine life present above the ground and the shallow crust of the sea, and then deep sea. About the initiative, since to avoid the plastic going into the marine life and disturbing the fishermen, disturbing the marine life, so an initiative was thought about to put up a plastic check post. So this plastic check post is being run by an EDC group, and they charge per vehicle around 20 rupees, and various initiatives are being taken up with this collection, and it goes to the community, and we'll come to those initiatives one by one. So as I have already explained, the amount of tourists which were coming, and the crucial aspect of the marine biodiversity mandated this check post to be in place. So as we know, Dhanushkodi is also a turtle nesting place. And a lot of turtles during the nesting season, they come there and lay their eggs. And with the coming up of plastic and all, a lot of problems were coming. And so this is how the innovation was implemented in coordination with the forest department and local bodies. Dhanushkodi Island belongs to the municipality, and the forest department is basically managing the checkpost through EDC groups formed under Gulf of Mannar Biodiversity Reserve Trust. And so the EDC groups, they charge the environment fee, they collect the plastic, and with that plastic, they sell that plastic to the local bodies for shredding. And with the fee which is being collected, they run the SHG, and they tailor the bags, cloth bags, and those cloth bags are distributed at the plastic check post itself. and also the vehicle, all the vehicle, whichever vehicle enters the Dhanushkodi Island, it gets checked at this checkpost. So the checkpost acts as a collection center as well as a plastic removal. Apart from that, at each 200 meter, we have deployed one volunteer. So if anything escapes the checkpost, so on and off they go, and we have demarcated an area to each person, and they collect the plastic. So this is the outcome of the project, is that in June 2022, this project was launched. And in 2022, 13 metric tons of plastic was collected through the checkpost. It continued in the year 2023, where around 50.9 metric ton was collected. And this year itself, till now, 27 metric ton of plastic has already been collected. So the uniqueness of the project is that it is a community-based project, and it is self-sustainable project. So in spite of the officer, the district collector, or the wildlife warden being there or not being there, this project will sustain on its own, because the local community is involved. And it also encapsulates the principle of polluter pay. So basically, whoever enters the Dhanushkodi Island, one is they get the awareness that this is a plastic-free zone. Second is if they are entering, so they have to pay a minimum fee, and for that fee they get the cloth back. And then, of course, with the community also, around 59 community members are involved in that. And the SHG themselves, they make the cloth bags, and they make the sale out of it. So it's an alternative livelihood for the poor fishermen. And apart from that, the fishermen also, since it is according to the fishermen themselves, that a lot of plastic and all used to get stuck in their net, and it was becoming difficult for them to fish because of the plastic entering into the ocean. So this has also helped them. And apart from that, the most crucial part is the biodiversity, I mean the marine life. So it has saved the marine life, and it has helped all the stakeholders. This initiative has helped. So it is a replicable initiative. That is why we had suggested it for the Honorable Prime Minister Award. And it went, as Sir has already told, it went till the expert committee in 2022. So this is the quantification of the benefit which we have achieved through this project. 59 green jobs, 3,573 fishermen of that Dhanushkodi Island, they have benefited from it. There are in the island, in the stretch, there are around 156 shops. So they are also benefiting from the green tourism. And then, of course, the wildlife, marine wildlife, which has benefited. So SHG members have generated alternate employment, and fishermen are happy that they are getting a healthy fish catch. So various departments were involved, as earlier speaker, Mr. Lingraj, was telling that for any scheme to be successful, convergence is required. So forest, rural development, fisheries, municipality, all the departments, tourism department involved in this, and community, the students, and with the clean Rameshwaram drives. So many NGOs have also been involved, and they are doing the parallel projects for underwater cleanups, so on the surface cleanups, and we celebrate various days at this island to create awareness. So this fund, again, the fund generated, apart from financing the self-help groups, we are also doing artificial coral reef restorations. And then, as I have already told, cleaning of seagrass bed, and then better development of marine ecosystem. Recently, we have put up a bird sighting platform at the site, which soon we are going to open. Apart from that, we are converting the site into a green zone. So we are making a parking facility for the vehicles at midpoint of the island. And then from that only the green bus, EV buses or CNG buses only will operate. And we will stop the vehicle, outdoor tourist vehicle and other vehicle inflow into the island strip. So this is the present stage of the plastic screening area, and this is all manned by the volunteers from the local community. With the same fund, the SHG, another SHG has been formed, and EDC have been formed, and they RO water too. They collect the money out of it, and it provides alternate livelihood for those people, local community. So this is a scheme by the Tamil Nadu government. It was launched. Mindu Manjapai. Manjapai is basically a yellow bag. So the traditional ways of carrying a cloth bag. So this kiosk has been set up on the island to basically create awareness as well as provide alternative to the plastic bags. So this is some of the glimpses of the photo of the green volunteers working. This is SIG which prepares the bags. These are the hatchback turtles. So they come during the nesting season, and these are the hatchlings. So the forest department, wildlife warden has developed a lot of hatcheries which protect these eggs, and then when they are when they ripen, they are being set off into the sea. So it is protecting both the flora and fauna, and also we are aiming towards a plastic-free Dhanushkodi. The future aim is to expand this entire project towards the Rameshwaram Island, for which we are working. So at the Paman Bridge itself, we are planning to shift this checkpost and expand this initiative for the entire island, entire Rameshwaram Island. So these are some of the future plans which we are aiming at. Thank you.
Thank you, Simranjit. That was a very impressive and powerful presentation. It gave a lot of wonderful insights and ideas. We'll begin the question answer session. My very small question to you would be whether any specific separate budgets were kept aside and used for this initiative, or basically this is process reforms?
No, sir. No separate budget was there, sir. So it is a self income generating project, sir. So with the contribution coming from the tourist, this project is sustained, sir.
Okay, thank you. Because that is what I was wondering, that quite a few times as officers, when we work in the field, we feel the resource constraint. So that is where innovation is very important for government public servants. And this is where a lot of innovative thinking can make such wonderful impact and initiatives. So I'll open the floor for other people. They can ask the questions from our speakers, please.
My question is to Lingaraja Pandaji. How was your experience with coordinating with the nearby states of Chhattisgarh, Andhra, and Telangana for the marketing of the fisheries?
Thank you, sir. So, sir, marketing is one aspect that is completely depend upon if you can dictate the price. And sir, Vishakhapatnam is a very big city, and mostly, sir, in Andhra Pradesh, Telugus are very entrepreneurial. And added to that, my batchmate was also sitting in the next district, sir. And they helped us a lot. And we had almost no problem, because the minute any fishery project was started, the demand is so high of fish consumption in East India that this was automatically done. Apart from that, what we used was, we asked a lot of our staff and their relatives who were migrated and they were staying. So because in any border area, there are a lot of families that are also settled on the other end. So our biggest achievement that we could find was leveraging the common public, leveraging the political leaders of that area, and leveraging our own district and other staffs also. So, sir, if there is a financial motive that can clearly be defined, a market that can clearly be understood, any kind of government scheme that we are sending can be marketed well. It was a lot of personal effort by everybody, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Acha, Pandaji, just tell me something like a lot of drive came from particular individuals. So you believe that the project is will continue? How is the continuity ensured? Even when the people are transferred, and it will not lapse back from the this position. Has it been ensured? Has it been planned somewhere, or we
Yes.
can just hope for it?
So, sir, as you see that the problems of that area were lack of infrastructure, not a lack of initiative of the people. No matter what the leadership of officials are there, without the efforts by the local people to improve their own lives, it would not have happened. So, sir, presently it has reached a stage where it is sustaining income of the people. So, apart from any other natural event wiping it out or some kind of disease within the fishery happening, I don't think there will be a major requirement of government intervention anymore. This project, as far as I know, is running successfully on its own. It has brought out leadership within the packs and the fishery cooperatives, and they are now contesting elections. What I've been told is that one of the relatives of the people was also standing for the MLA elections in the last. So we have MP MLA elections happen simultaneously in Odisha. So this has actually made a huge social impact, sir. It is no longer driven by the officials.
My question is for Mr. Simranjit ji. First of all, thank you for this great initiative. As you told that a lot of plastic waste is being collected through this initiative, I just wanted to know whether any mechanized plastic recycling unit has been established in that area, which may further generate employment.
So right now we are giving the plastic to the local body and rural development department. They shred the plastic and they were using it for the laying of the roads. But in the RD, that response is not coming up as we expected. So the usage in the roads is not of that quantity. So we are giving it to the municipal body. But right now, under the UNDP program, we have got a consultant who is coming, and they're planning to put up a mobile plastic.
I think the link has broken with Ramnathpuram. Any other questions to Lingaraj Pandaji? Okay. Simranjit Singh, I think your mic is closed. The link was broken. Please switch on the mic. Audio is muted somewhere.
Sir?
Yeah, now it is on. Can you please repeat? In between the audio was off.
Yes, sir. So basically the plastic which is collected, sir, it is given to both the rural development department and a municipality. The municipality uses it for their MRF facility where the recoverable material is recovered and it is sold to the recyclers. Whatever is not to use, they bale it and then they send it to the cement plant in which is the
Any questions from the people in the web room? I see quite a few districts are connected. Any questions from the other district collectors? Shahpura collector is there. CDO Uttarkashi, Korba, Chhattisgarh. Any questions from the collectors, please? I'm sure you are handling similar issues in maybe not exactly similar, but both these examples are very relevant examples, and there's a lot to learn. There's maybe a lot of questions also. Madhepura collector is there. Any questions? Okay, so I must say that both these initiatives are very impactful, and we are deeply impressed by the commitment of the officers who are involved, the impact they made at the grassroots, and this is visible from the benefits which the districts are actually reaping from their initiatives and hard works. If there are no further questions, then I'll request our Priska Matthew Madam from NCGG to thank the gathering and the speakers, please.
Respected Additional Secretary Shri Puneet Yadav Ji, Department of Administrative Reforms and Public Grievances, all esteemed senior officials of the central and state governments, most valued district collectors and district magistrates, our eminent speakers, and my dear colleagues who are present here. It is indeed a privilege for me to propose the vote of thanks at the 23rd webinar of the National Good Governance webinar series on the theme Innovation District. We are grateful and thank our Additional Secretary, Shri Puneet Yadav Ji, for his kind presence and support in conducting of the webinar. My sincere thanks to Shri Simranjeet Singh, District Collector, Ramananthapuram, Tamil Nadu, for showcasing the plastic check post Mandapam Wildlife Range initiative of Ramanathapuram. It is heartening to hear that the community-operated plastic check post on the unique principle of polluter pays has led to sustainable environment protection, alternate livelihood for fisherwomen, recycling of plastic waste for road construction, and enhancing the marine biodiversity, thus resulting in a healthy ecosystem. I express my sincere thanks to Sri Lingaraj Panda for presenting Augmenting Livelihood, Changing Lives initiative of the Malkangiri. It is indeed inspiring to hear how the fishery intervention reduced the problem of left-wing extremist activity and has been instrumental in increasing not only the fish production from 6.23 kg per hectare to 125 kg per hectare, but has also increased the per family income from rupees 5,000 to rupees 1.20 lakhs per annum. I extend my heartfelt thanks to one and all who have taken time off their busy schedules to be present here. A special thanks to my colleagues in DARPG, especially Shri Rohit Anandji, Director, and Shri K. Katming Thang Ji, Under Secretary, and my colleagues Dr. Himanshi Rastogi, Associate Professor, and Shri Rajat Bhatnagar, Young Professional in NCGG, who have worked behind the scenes for organizing this webinar. Thank you and namaskar.
Namaskar.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.